It's 2026, and we are 2 years into President Trump's second term. But what has changed for Americans? Well, not much. Gas prices are high, electric bills are still on the rise, utility bills are terrible, the cost of living has only gone up, and the housing crisis just continues to get worse. Let's take a look at some of these people giving their opinions on the current state of America and if the president is doing enough for the American people.
I'm really scratching my head because I voted Republican, and most of us in the fishing industry did.
That's right,
and we're not seeing the positives come out of it, why we voted that way.
Vote right now?
Well, between him and her, I thought he was the better choice, but honestly, I miss my Uncle Joe. I was a nobody, and I was balling then.
All right.
I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even show you $5 in my pocket.
We spoke to Trump voters here in Florida who are ticked off about the fact that the gas prices in the state have gone up by an average of about 60 cents within just a week.
Wow.
I just wish he'd keep up on his campaign promise and say he was going to put it under $3. He'd end that war so fast. But here it is, 5 years later, helping his buddy out get his more money. And then never mind charging us Americans all sorts of money for fuel that you just stole from Venezuela.
And those gas prices are getting higher because of volatile oil prices due to the war in Iran, a war that these Trump voters tell us they hope wraps up quickly.
If I could, speak to the president, I just encourage him to finish up this war and get us back to a safe world.
He's saying about for our safety, leave somebody alone, they won't bother you.
Hopefully this conflict over there will end, it's just unfortunate.
Right.
Overall vibe here at the gas pump amongst these Trump voters is they feel like the economy is not going well right now.
Good for Trump, but I am exhausted with the terrible PR from this administration on Iran, on Israel, on Epstein, on ICE. So many different issues that the American people are raising valid concerns about. And instead of getting direct, clear, consistent messaging from this administration on those concerns, we're getting memes and posts on Truth Social, many of which do not land well with the American people. They certainly aren't swaying any people that might be on the fence.
That's right.
They're even going so far as to push a lot of people who voted for Trump away. And it's why does the administration not understand the gravity of this? I don't even regret my vote. From a policy perspective, I still think we're in a world's better position than we'd be under a Kamala administration. With that said, when this administration is not answering people's questions with hard evidence, then that gap gets filled by people who will answer the questions without hard evidence. And that's why the conversation has become so unhinged, because it's no longer based on hard evidence. It's based on these massive generalizations and speculations, and that's just not good for society.
If I read some of the comments, I'm on the same boat. I don't regret my vote at all, but I'm disappointed in what they're doing. Admitting the party you voted for isn't doing good is far more valuable than blaming it on everyone else. I'm totally off the train, not at all what I did for. As long as he stays efficient, he doesn't care about the PR. I still support this and his decisions, but yeah, I agree with the publicity of it. It's a bit unprofessional. It's worlds better, more expensive food, clothing, gas, an atrocious job market. From a policy perspective, people's lives are significantly worse. His posts are getting odd for sure. That's right. Okay.
Hey everybody, Rich here at Leaving MAGA at leavingmaga.org. Let me preface by saying that I am not making this video to elicit any sympathy or any pity from any supporter as I was. And as the president threatens war crimes and probably nuclear war, it's just a reminder for me that I made a mistake, and I would ask all of you out there who right now have MAGA friends and relatives, I think a lot of them are starting to feel some regret. I think a lot of them are starting to privately and quietly have their own doubts, their own confusion, maybe questioning their beliefs. Maybe they're feeling a little bit guilt themselves about having supported Trump. It's just, today's the kind of day that, it makes me think that I once supported the Republican Party, and perhaps it's cynical of me to say this, but the Republican Party will not do anything to Trump.
I regret my vote for Donald Trump, and I'm ready to talk about it. When I voted for Donald Trump, I was told that I would lose my rights. I thought that I wouldn't have the right to drive. I thought that somebody would have to be driving me around everywhere. It's not the case. I still have to drive wherever I want to go. That's on me. I was told that it was going to become a communist country. We were going to be told what to wear, how to do our hair, but that didn't happen. I still wake up every day and decide how I want to do my hair. I have to do it. I have to find an outfit every day, which is really time consuming. It's not at all what I was expecting. I thought that that was all going to end. I also thought that I was going to get deported. Even though I was born here in the United States of America, I was told that I would certainly be deported. I'm not sure where, but I was hoping it would be some sort of island or somewhere relaxing. Now, I will say I love my country, so I am not super upset that I'm still here, but all of these things were things that I considered before voting for him. None of those things have happened. I still have all of my rights, and my life is business as usual. In fact, it does feel good to have a little common sense in the air with him as president now, but these are all the things that I thought that I was voting for that I didn't get. Here it is.
I'm in 2 weeks. I'm done. You want to talk about regretting your vote?
I never thought I'd say that, but I regret my vote. I voted for Trump.
I voted for Trump.
Wow.
I regret it now.
As a Hispanic, I voted for Donald J. Trump. Dude, I regret it so much, man.
I am regretting my vote for Donald Trump.
I voted for Donald Trump, and now I regret it.
A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that.
I regret voting for Trump.
Okay.
So deeply regret my vote.
Wow, just a lot of people.
For Donald Trump.
I regret voting for Trump.
I was a dumbass, voted for Trump. It was the worst decision I ever made.
I've seen. He's doing the exact opposite of everything I voted for. Yeah. I want him to stop the wars. He's funding them. I want him to shrink spending, reduce the budget. He's increasing it. It's like everything that he said he's going to do, except sending immigrants back. And now he's even flip-flopped on that.
It's insane. There's two things that are insane. One is the targeting of migrant workers, not cartel members, not gang members, not drug dealers, just construction workers showing up in construction sites and raiding them. Gardeners.
Donald Trump, listen, man, I supported him this last year. I apologize for doing so. It was a bad calculation. At the time, it seemed like the right one. But he should be impeached and removed for this one.
She said something about that there was like thousands of hours of tapes of people doing horrible crimes.
There is. And didn't the FBI dude say that there was nothing?
Kash Patel said there's nothing you're looking for. Oh, okay. Or just bomb Iran and everybody forgets
Just bomb Iran, yeah.
Everybody forgets about it.
Only party right now that to me seems America first is the Democrat Socialist Party.
Yep.
Bernie is America first.
Potentially getting to the end of the age of Trump, and a lot of people are asking how the Republican Party are going to move on from Trump. I think it's really important to remember that the Republican Party were absolutely screwed before Trump came along, just like they'll be screwed after he's gone. Trump's rise to power is often described as him sailing down that golden escalator and dynamically, aggressively taking over, hijacking the Republican establishment with far-right populism. Up until that moment, the Republican establishment was pretty screwed. The last president they'd had, George W. Bush, was the president of the financial crash. President of the Iraq War. President where everything did essentially come apart and a Democrat, Barack Obama, had to come in and put it all back together. While Obama didn't necessarily please everyone, he certainly didn't please rural conservatives, the numbers that he was presenting, they were no joke. 2 terms, he had really turned around the economy, really turned around employment, really turned around a lot of things. Wow. The Republican establishment had tried to go against him using John McCain, hadn't worked. Tried to go against him 4 years later using Mitt Romney, hadn't worked. Essentially, after 2 terms of a Democratic president who made himself famous around the world for smooth speeches and a sense of reassuring, classy charisma, the Republican establishment didn't really have anything to beat that. Not for a total outsider, a TV star, Donald Trump, to come hurtling into the electoral arena to shake everything up. I don't think there's anyone the Republicans could have fielded from their establishment who would have stood a chance against the record that the Democrats had.
I was a Trump supporter. I don't know how long I can keep doing this.
Oh, buddy.
I have a construction company. And not a fucking thing is getting done. This is what I get. This is what I fucking get. It takes 4 days to do a one-day job.
Not proud of it, man enough to say it. I was one of those guys back in 2020, 2024, shit, even 2016 before I could vote. I was all for Trump. I was all for MAGA. I believed he was going to make America great again. I believed he was going to drain the swamp. I thought he was going to be different. He wasn't a career politician. And boy, was I wrong. My views didn't change. They still remain the same. I did fall for the deception, though, because I can't in good conscience support someone who's responsible for a pointless war where thousands of innocent lives are dying every single day. I can't support someone who mocked Christ on Easter. I sure as hell can't support someone who calls the people who want transparency on one of the most heinous and insidious acts in human history, the Epstein files, calls them liars and lunatics. He's probably a part of it himself. Can't support that. When it comes to politics, it's hard to even align myself with one of the parties because they're both being controlled by the same puppeteers at the top. So I was wrong. Not proud of it. Man enough to say it. Not proud of it. Man enough to say it.
I'm shocked. Did anyone else's electric bill last month shoot up? I wasn't here for half of the month. I didn't run.
Yes, the electricity bills are going insane.
Unplugged. Like, look at this is my fridge right now. That is my fridge is unplugged. I turned off the breaker box, so there was not a pinch of electricity running through this apartment for like half the month of February. I was expecting my electric bill for February's to be less than $30, like super cheap. It was $49. My jaw fell to the floor. I'm shocked. I thought it was going to be one of the cheapest electric bills I've ever had. I'm a financial coach, and part of my job is to look at the monthly spending of my clients. So I was talking to one of my clients, and usually her electric bill is like $300 to $400 a month. For February's bill, it was over $600.
Insane.
For 1 month. So now I'm wondering if everyone's electric bill was super high last month. You can look at my bill. I really didn't use that much electricity, but it's the delivery cost that makes up like 80% of my electric bill every month. Oh my God.
Let's see what this month's electric bill is. Last month it was $527, and that was before the snowstorm.
Okay, how much is it?
$626.05.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Insane.
Honestly, I'm a little relieved, because I was thinking it was probably going to be at least $800.
Oh no.
$626 fucking dollars for an electric bill.
Okay, seriously, WTF. I need somebody to make this make sense to me.
It doesn't.
So I made a video a month ago about our electric bill was $830. It made me sick to my stomach. Now, listen, our bills have been high for 15 years, anywhere between $400 and $700.
That's a lot.
We've had the electric company come out. They tell us there's no problem. There's nothing from there, from the pool to our house. It must be something in the house. So we have replaced everything, all the appliances, new hot water tank, new dishwasher, new washer dryer, the whole bit, right?
Okay.
So I made a video this morning showing you guys our electric bill for the past year. It wasn't until I watched that I realized our new bill is on there. You guys.
Insane, right?
I am so sick. What a way to ruin my Monday and the whole freaking week now. So our bill was $830 last month. It's $1,253 this month. Tell me how. After we opened that bill last month for $830, we went through the house. Now we had 2 adult men that lived in the house, our sons, both move out. So nothing is running in their bedrooms. Everybody says unplug everything that you're not using. Okay, so we have unplugged everything. Literally unplugged everything in the entire house that could be drawn power that we're not using. Like our everyday appliances, refrigerator, washer, dryer, stove, microwave, lamps. They're not on, but they're plugged in. So we don't watch TV. Our televisions are never on. We don't have a pool. We don't have central AC. I just don't know. I don't understand how this is possible.
Yeah, same here.
It went up $420 after unplugging everything. Somebody make this make sense to me.
And it really is a tearjerker when you see people that, live in a single wide trailer that get, an $800 or $900 electric bill when they're drawing a $1,500 Social Security check.
Some lawmakers themselves say they have seen their own power bill come in around $500 a month recently.
Insane.
And they say Kentuckians consistently keep calling them frustrated about the rising costs of electricity. So today, they took action on this bill. And the bill makes changes here. Kentucky's Public Service Commission. This is a state government agency that regulates the rates and services of utilities.
At least
Senator Brandon Smith is the lawmaker behind Senate Bill 8. He says the goal of the bill is simple: modernize the Public Service Commission's structure, expertise, and accountability.
That sounds good.
Groceries. If you don't pay it, you ain't got no power.
Why is my bill almost $300?
Insane. That is a lot of money. And for what?
Here at the house. Y'all need to stop scamming folks. Ain't no way in hell this little house I live in.
I agree.
Power bill is almost $300. Y'all need to go to hell.
So MAGAville just got the mess around and find out in their own hometown of Huntsville, Alabama.
All right.
Who voted overwhelmingly for Donald Trump because he promised to lower utility bills, groceries, and others.
Okay.
Well, many of them just got a notice from their electric company that their bill will go up by $100 due to a surcharge. And the explanation in this notification was that the $1 million subsidy grant from the federal government has been canceled by, drumroll please. Yes, that's right. Donald Trump has ended the subsidy handout to the electric company to help keep Alabama's poorest residents from paying extra money on their electric bills.
Wow.
So we have an elderly lady in Birmingham, Alabama, who lives alone. Her power bill ranges from $200 to $250 every single month.
Insane.
She opened her power bill for this past month that she just got, and do you want to know what her power bill was? No changes, no anything. All of you saying, well, something's not right. It's Alabama Power. It's not the people here in Alabama. Let's get that through our heads, okay? We're not making any changes. It's the power company. Her bill tripled to $850. $850 for an elderly, at-home, by herself person. She's on a fixed income. She can't pay her bill.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, there's a grant out there that Mama K. Ivy got for $250,000 last year. Who's seen that money? Has anybody in Alabama? Do you know
Probably
what I'm talking
not.
about? Have you been able to use it? Because it's there for our power bills, for propane.
I voted for Trump twice. I've defended him over a lot of things. Am I like a diehard Trump supporter, MAGA? Not really. Like, I support a lot of his policies. I think he's done a lot of great things in his presidency, especially this term. But yeah, I'm done. I can't excuse that.
Wow.
Him mocking Jesus by posting that. No, God will not be mocked. He does not take kindly to being mocked. That is just, there's no way to defend that. And if anyone tries, then I don't know what to tell you. There's zero excuse for that.
Zero excuse.
I'm not going to say I regret voting for him, because I think that our country would be in a much worse place if Kamala had won the presidency. But yeah, that's undefendable.
Wow.